Welcome back to the channel. My name is Richie. This is
Aisling.
And this is baby Rían. So on this episode we're going to show you how we do elimination communication with our baby son Rían for 24 hours.
As you'll see from this 24 hours, it's actually way easier than you think. And even for us recording it, it actually made us see what a lovely rhythm that we actually are in.
Yeah.
And how the majority of the time that we are catching the majority of his pees, and I would say nearly every poo that he's doing. So it really does work, and we are using minimal cloth nappies, and it just feels like totally integrated into our daily life. And to be honest, the thought of having to just put nappies on him, doesn't make any sense.
And he hates the nappy when you try and put it on him.
So in the next scene, you're going to see Rian waking up in the morning and he is wriggling and very clearly is indicating that he needs to use the potty. Now there is a difference between looking for the breast, where he is oftentimes looking kind of like this, versus when he's actually wriggling for the potty, his body is wiggling out and it's a clear sign. And so after 4 months now, I'm very clear on his cues, as you'll see in this clip.
Come here. Good morning. You wriggling? Easy.
Oh, that's the edge of the bed. Oh, straight on the potty as quick as we can.
He's still sleepy.
Are we in? Yeah. He was asleep, but he was wiggling, so that's a sign. He needed his potty. You did a wee wee in the potty, Rian. 7 a.m. Sometimes there might be a poop in the morning, so sometimes you'd have to stay on the potty for a few moments. Rian, you're doing fierce wiggling now. Put you on the potty now, Rian, love. He loves to feed and poo at the same time. Because it relaxes, isn't it? The eyes closed and everything. Have you poos? Oh, he is. He's doing a poo. Otherwise, good boy, Rian. Do you poo-poos in the potty? Yeah. As you can see, the red face. And just signal to them, poo-poo in the potty. And then we have this hand signal. You did poo-poo in the potty, Rian. That's the sign for potty. So we're just building the language. And then you can just signal, you do poo-poo. Because they make like a grunting noise down as they're going to poo. Don't you, Rian? Are you finished? Nice, healthy breast milk poo. We put the poo-poo down the toilet now. Just rinse it in the sink with some hot water and soap. After the poos, to sanitize it. Now, and I think we'll get Rian ready for his bath. Can we have your bath, Rian?
So every morning Rían likes to take a bath. Before he gets into the bath, we'll offer him the potty so he can have a wee or a poo. And just before he got into the bath, he had a wee. So we didn't manage to record that. Oh, he's tired. Are you tired? Are you tired? Are you tired? Hey? Are you tired?
In the next clip, you're going to see me put on Rian's first nappy of the day.
And that's because after Rían's morning routine, he's tired. And we have to put a nappy on him because he likes to have a nap after his bath.
Now, Rian's going to have his first nappy on of the day. The nappy is the backup. We do use cloth nappies for Rian. Okay, up. Quick, up. Oh my. Watch, he went booby. Sometimes Rian will dream feed throughout the nap. So in this case, he's going to be taking in a lot of breast milk and he can be peeing at the same time. So when he's really tired, I don't bother offering him the top hat at that point. I just let him sleep. So on this day, he actually is dream feeding for the whole entire nap. So you'll see the minute that he wakes up then, it's time to take off that nappy. Rian has just woke up. So he was on the boob for literally since just before 8 till 5 to 10. So what you have to do, which I think I delayed because I was waiting for Richie to come with the camera, was the minute he wakes up, that's when you offer the potty, because that's when they need to do the wee wee. So I think he just did it in his nappy. This is where he is developmentally now. He's 4 months, so he wants to roll. So you might think, oh, he doesn't want to be on the potty, he's, you know, resisting it. But he looks like he actually does need a wee, so he's just wanting to roll. And that's not a problem. Just kind of reposition him then when he's done his thing.
So after Rian's first nap of the day, Mammy has to have a shower. So I was minding Rian and he was lying on the bed. He was making these high-pitched noises, which usually means that he wants his potty. So I got him up, stuck him on the potty, and then straight away he did his wee. And as you can see, I'm the happiest daddy in the world. Rian just did another wee, and he was making some noises that he usually makes when he wants to go for a wee, like a really high-pitched squeaks. So I got him up on his potty. I wasn't quick enough with the camera, obviously, because I had to try and get him on the potty first. But he's done his wee, and Aisling's in the shower. So while I was minding him, I'm very proud of myself that I've got him onto the potty. He wiggles like mad and he has a high-pitched screech. So that means that he's got to do a wee-wee. And you've got to get him on his potty. And then when you get him on his potty, he does his wee-wee. And then you can put him back down on the bed or let him play or whatever. You don't have to keep him on the potty the whole time. But obviously for the first few months, you're learning all their cues. And you really have to keep them on the potty for a long time, just in case they go for a wee and you miss it. But now that Rian's 4 months, you're able to pick up his cues and you know when he wants it. That's his wee. You done? Oh shit, I just spilled some.
Did his wee wee?
Yeah, so he done his wee wee.
What time was that?
25 to 11. Sometimes you'll offer them the potty and then they won't do a wee. But when they do, it's the most amazing feeling in the world, because it means that you're connecting with them and you're starting to learn their cues. That's the thing to remember, that it's a lot of work at the start. As they get older, you can see that after 4 months, he will tell you that he wants to use the potty. You stick him on the potty, let him do his business. Then you just continue on with whatever it is he's doing, and you don't have to keep him on sitting on the potty. What do you think, Rian? Are you happy with that? Are you happy that Daddy was able to read your cues and get you on your potty? And another interesting thing that happened to us in the last few days was I was lying in bed and Aisling said to Rian, "Do you want the potty?" And as she said, "Do you want the potty?" he looked over and he actually looked at his potty. And I said to myself, I'm seeing things. And then I looked at Aisling and she said, "Did you see him looking at the potty?" And I said, "He actually looked at the potty." So that's the level of connection that you can start to build with your baby if you do EC. It's amazing.
So in this next clip, you'll see I am ready after the shower and I'm all dressed up, looking human. And I put Rian onto the changing mat and I was going to put on a new nappy. But he was actually wiggling out his legs like mad. Now, sometimes he does that anyway, but I just thought, perhaps this is a wee, because it was very like exaggerated kicking.
Yeah, and also you do want to give them an opportunity just before you put on the nappy.
Yeah, before you put on the nappy,
Sometimes.
always give them what's called a potty tunity, which is an opportunity to use the potty. So I took that cue and I put him onto the potty straight away, and he did actually go for a pee, which was a great win. Wee wee in the potty. Psst. Yeah, so he was on his mat there and he was kicking out, and you can kind of see the change. The wheelie looks bigger than what it normally is, so that indicates that there's some pressure coming down his bladder. He did a wee wee there.
You'll also see in the next clip that we continuously tell Rian what's going on and what's happening and what we are doing. And he's actually beginning to recognise his potty, and he looks at it and he understands. He even looks down while he's going for a wee sometimes. So he's building the association with his potty, and when he wakes up first thing, he's crying because he knows he wants his potty. He's about to do a wee or he's about to do a poo. So that's very important, because as he gets older, he will crawl and then eventually walk to his potty. So I think that's very important to understand, that you have to continuously build that connection with them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an ongoing practice for them to learn the language and just the shapes and what it looks like and the feel of it on their body and everything, because it's such a sensory learning experience, and you just have to keep providing that narration so that they actually are learning that language of what they're doing.
Yeah, and even now we're offering him the bigger potty, the baby born potty, where it's got a back and he can sit back on it like it's his throne.
Oh, Rian, look, you did a wee in the potty. See? See? Look. Yeah. See, so he's learning. He's developing his neural pathways to learn that wee goes in the potty. So I'm now going to dress Rian in his nappy and his clothes, and he's going to go play in his bouncer so Mommy can hang out the washing and get some jobs done.
2 hours later.
Okay, in the next clip you'll see that Rian is just after waking up from his nap and his nappy is dry, and I offer him the top hat, but he actually doesn't go straight away. It's not until 6 minutes later that he goes for a pee, and that's when I'm in the kitchen without the top hat and he pees on my leg. So a real lesson in the importance of always having the top hat with you, especially when the baby is not wearing a nappy. I did then offer him the top hat again, even after doing that little wee on my leg, and he actually went for a second wee. So again, always offering the potty. Even if they do a wee, they might have a second wee to come. So don't feel like a failure if you have a miss. Just keep going, keep offering, and the majority of the time you're going to be catching those wees and you will feel so good and you'll know that you're going in the right direction. So Baba Rian just woke up after his nap. It's now what time? 1ish. Yeah. Hey Daddy, do wee-wees. Wee-wees to the potty? Let's see. Well, not too. His nappy is pretty dry actually.
My God, look at you.
Yeah.
You're so strong, Rian. Good boy.
He's actually reaching out to you. Oh, it's 1:45 and I forgot to bring him the top hat, and I had Rian sitting on my lap with no pants on, naked, and he did a wee there onto my dress. Oh, he's weeing now. Psh, good boy. But wee for the potty. Okay, so he has a lot of wee for the potty, but before this he did a miss on Mommy's legs. He did a wee because I didn't have the top hat in place. So lesson learned. No matter where you're sitting, just bring the top hat with you. If you're at home, keep the nappy off, sit them down, and it's going to come. So that he woke up at, it's now 1:45. He woke up around 1:15. So yeah, that gave him a bit of time there to actually get ready to wee. So all in his own time. Yeah. And then he did another wee then on the actual top hat once we got it in place. So always have your top hat with you. Yeah, so even though I missed the first wee there, it's important to have the top hat and offer it again. And when we offered it again the second time just there, he actually did have a second wee. So it's important to just continuously doing the practice. So it's not about, oh, I missed the wee or I missed the poo. It's about just continuously doing the practice and getting into that rhythm and building the language, building the experience for you and your baby. And before you know it, it just feels much more easy to do. And yeah, and it's just about being conscious about, okay, if the baby's not wearing the nappy, well then I need to be offering the potty, and just be conscious of that fact. Okay, so it's now 10 minutes later, it's 2 o'clock, and Rian has been breastfeeding, and I could just see that he was about to do a wee. He wasn't wearing any nappy. Just popped him on the top hat and away he weed again. So that's 10 minutes after having his other big wheeze. So yeah, if you are breastfeeding, just keep the top hat under you, and if you notice your baby's cues, just pop them on the top hat, or you can even position them on the top hat while you're breastfeeding, which is really handy. And then you're doing all that and you're saving using nappies, and you're learning your baby's rhythms and cues. It's just so much better when you are having the naked time. So yeah, we're going to be going to the beach this afternoon then when it cools down. Yeah, so we'll show you what it's like to do EC on the road. Yes. All finished? Yes, all finished. No. Oh, do you have a wee wees?
Indeed.
Come here.
Does not.
Shh, shh, shh. No. Psst. Oh, psst. Oh, he's doing a wee wees here. He's doing his wee wees here. Psst. Oh, and a big spewy. Rian was just breastfeeding there, and he was jigging back, so I popped him onto the top hat and he straight away went for a wee wee. So that's why the top hat is so ideal for breastfeeding. So Rian was just napping there from 3:10 till 4:25 and he was wiggling there, so I just popped him in the top hat and he just done a small little wee. And his nappy was dry from that nap. But he woke up, he was actually, we were lying down and he was wiggling, so I popped him on the top hat and he did a wee wee. Now he's had enough now. So I just had Rian inside his bouncer and he was making plenty of noises and I had a pad in, and before I knew it, sure, he'd done his wee into the pad. I picked him up. So yeah, he was kind of making lots of wah! He was vocalizing loads and he was making those little screeches, so he was definitely telling me. But I just thought he was having fun. But that's no harm either, like you just weed into the pad and that's just going to go into the wash. So that's fine. So now we're going to get ready for the beach and get him dressed in his nappy.
In the next clip, you'll see us bring Rían to the beach, and we also do EC at the beach. We've also done EC in cafes, we've done them in restaurants, we've done it in the back of the car, and we've done it in other people's houses.
Just like you change a nappy out and about, you offer the top hat. And it's because it's not socially the norm, it can feel a little bit uncomfortable initially. So it's just about moving through that and showing people how fantastic it is, and before you know it,
So we are
people
just here now
are
in
so
the
fascinated
beach.
and they're asking you lots of questions.
It's all ready
about
and
your
I'm just
baby
going to offer him
using
the
a
potty now. Yeah, we're only out now. Oh, I wouldn't go out with Rian, it's too hot. It's beautiful when the tide is in.
Beautiful, it's like a bath time.
He's chilling now in his potty. Watch him, Lisa's sitting up on his own. He's able to twirl onto his own, onto his tummy.
Good man himself.
He's also in his bouncer now, he's actually sitting forward.
I saw him in his bounce with the little chubby legs.
Yeah, see the legs, are they stamping down? Yeah. He's obsessed with that bouncer. He sits totally straight now in it.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been there for about 15 minutes. He's tired, I think.
He's concentrating looking at the doggies.
Yeah, he loves the doggies now as well.
The doggies
Are they
now.
funny?
In the next clip, you will see it's the end of the day, and it's been a success because we've caught most of his wees and poos in the potty.
We're in from the beach and we just had our dinner. And Rian was asleep in the car. So now we're offering him the top hat for another potty tunity. Alright, Riri. And we're gonna get ready for bed. We're getting ready for bed.
Hey, Riri. You going to sleep? The next clip is the next morning, and as you can see, we just start off the day just like we did the day before. Rian wakes up, does a bit of a wiggle or a bit of a shimmy, gives a bit of a squeak or a squawk, and we get out the potty and we go again. So it's just basically the same thing over and over again, but it gets a lot easier.
Good morning. So baby's just woken up. At just 10 to 8. He was exhausted. He had a great sleep. Now he was obviously dream feeding during the night with Mummy. He was dream feeding. He had a long day yesterday at the beach in the afternoon. Yeah. Oh my bubba. Oh, he had a big burp. Yeah. Oh, good morning. You go pee-pee in the potty? Straight away. Straight away. Shh. Straight away. Ooh. A little bum bum as well. A little bum bum. Yeah.
Good boy, Rian.
Now you did pee pee in the potty, Rian. So he was asleep there, but he's just started wriggling. and the eyes opened. And that's the sign. It's ready for the morning wee wee, just like ourselves.
Good boy, Rían.
So we'll just check if he did a poo, because sometimes he just does a very loud fart. But I reckon he did a poo because he was wiggling in the bed. So let's check. Oh yeah, he's got a lovely little poo there, mixed in with his wee wee. Oh, good, Rian. I'll go to the bathroom and clean you up. Yeah.
That's the end of this vlog. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you did like the episode, please do give it a like. Also, consider subscribing to the channel. That means you can follow along with Rian's elimination communication journey and our elimination communication journey.
Of ourselves.
And we hope it gives you some inspiration to consider doing elimination communication with your baby. So from myself, Richie,
Ashling,
and baby Rían, thanks a million for watching. We will see you all again on the next one. Bye.
bye.
Baby Rían, you're the cutest baby boy. Baby Rían, I'll sing you a lullaby. Baby Rían, you're the cutest baby boy. Baby Rían, don't you ever cry. Rían, are you going to progress to this potty after you're finished with your top hat? Yeah? That's your next potty now? Yeah? Good boy, Rían.